The problem with being a descendant of a slave in the United States is that you're dealing with factors that were developed long before you arrived in this country, long before you were brought to this earth. You really can't understand blackness in America and being a black American without understanding the history of what we've gone through. You're talking about 400 years, you're talking about almost half a millennium of some of the worst treatment known to man.
And then no hope of change, not even the concept and the thought of maybe this will end. Knowing that for your entire life you are going to be immersed in a life of suffering and brutality. That's a hell of a way to live.
Because whites spent 400 years stealing all of our stuff and blocking us from economic opportunity, our predecessors were not able to leave us the capital that we need in order to do the things we want to do.
And so for hundreds of years, there was no progress. There was no development.
We're at a different stage in our economic evolutionary cycle, which implies that the way we build businesses, the things that matter to us, are a little bit different from what matters to white America.
The concept of capitalism is based around land, labor, and capital. And of course, in a white capitalist world, we know who has the land, we know who has the capital, and we also know who does the labor.
These institutions that are out here, these corporations that are out here, these places that are giving out these jobs, they are controlled, these institutions are controlled and were built by people who don't look like you, which means they're there to benefit people who don't look like you.
The concept of capitalism relates to oppression. It relates to economic dissolution. It is directly tied back to slavery.
Our model of economic progress does not have to match capitalism as white people do it. Capitalism is eating and gobbling up the democracy in America to the point where your politicians are being sold and bought and eaten up by the highest bidder because the government doesn't listen to votes, or they don't listen to people, they listen to dollar bills.
The American government is based on a specific agenda that is to protect the wealthy, that is predicated on black inferiority, and that is using their resources in order to continue to oppress people around the world.
America is not a democracy as much as it's becoming an aristocracy, and it's only going to become more of that in the future.